Ismail Haniyeh, the exiled political chief of Hamas, was killed in an airstrike in Tehran, where he had gone to attend the inauguration of Iran's new president. Hamas blames Israel for the assassination, which marks a pivotal moment in the Middle East conflict, as Haniyeh was a significant player in Hamas's international diplomacy. Born in a refugee camp in Gaza, he joined Hamas in the late 1980s, rising swiftly through the ranks. He had been living in exile in Qatar since 2019.
He was also the prime minister at one time when the first elections were held there in 2006 and since 2007. And he was instrumental in also reducing the presence or throwing out the Palestinian Authority or the Fatah out of Gaza. And since then, he has been ruling Gaza. And then he decided to quit. And then he went to, right now he was living basically in Doha, in Qatar, and has been involved in the ceasefire negotiations through Qataris and Egyptians and the Americans. And it was expected that some kind of a deal would be reached soon.
Hamas, which emerged from the Palestinian branch of the Muslim Brotherhood in the late 1980s, took control of the Gaza Strip after defeating Fatah in the 2006 elections. Known for its militant activities and acts of terrorism, Hamas was designated a terrorist organization by the United States in 1997. Haniyeh's role was pivotal in maintaining and bolstering Hamas's military capabilities and fostering strong ties with Iran, a major rival to Israel in the region.
This is a very complicated kind of a scenario right now. As such, we have seen that the fights between the Hezbollah, which is from Lebanon and Syria, and Israeli forces has been going on, though low-key in the last, but it just got a bit enraged only 2 days ago. And now we are seeing that this particular assassination, if it has indeed been done by Israel, which has not accepted it as yet or claimed it, then we are looking for a very major conflagration. For the simple reason that Iran thinks, and rightly so, that this was an assassination attempt which was violative of its sovereignty and territorial integrity. And that is why the leadership has vowed to take the revenge.
The death of Ismail Haniyeh comes amid a turbulent period in the Middle East. Earlier this year, an Israeli airstrike killed 3 of his sons and 4 grandchildren, highlighting the personal and political stakes involved. Haniyeh's leadership significantly influenced Hamas's military strategies and diplomatic ties, particularly with Iran. As the region reacts to his assassination, the full impact on the complex web of Middle Eastern politics and militant dynamics remains to be seen.
It's the assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh, but it's also the assassination a few hours before that of Hezbollah leader Fuad Shukr. And I think that happened in Beirut, and between the two of them, they've really put the situation on a knife's edge right now. We see the Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei's comments about the need for direct retaliation against Israel. We've seen Hezbollah leaders also commenting about planned retaliation against Israel.
Amid escalating tensions, Iran has vowed retaliation against Israel, blaming it for the assassination of the Hamas leader.
The question before us is it going to be then a counter-retaliation by Israel? Is it going to be a tit for tat? Is there going to be further escalation after retaliation? And where does that end? So what has until now been a limited war with Gaza and a somewhat limited conflict in northern Lebanon could rapidly expand into a much wider regional conflict. And so it's a very dangerous situation right now.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel will exact a very heavy price from any aggression against us on any front, but did not say anything about the killing. Israel has, however, stated earlier that eliminating Hamas's top leaders is a primary objective in its conflict with the group.